Are you ready for your beer?
There you go.
Are you ready?
Ratt Talk, motherfucker, get down with it, identity, shit and all over what that fake bitches, man, I kinda smoking dank, kicking ass on the side, bringing that flavor, she elevating the vibe, boom, bitty, bye, bye, who's getting high, everybody is, bitch, watch how time flies, with that real talk, with a steel cog, taste it, cheers with a drink, then your chin on your faces, podcast basics, aced it, going ape shit, up the ante when they blaze, and I take it in, from the gays to the scum to the friends, every Wednesday when the day ends, all enemies wish they had this energy. This is Ratt Talk, catch an ice bag injury. Y'all moving like a motherfucking centipede. We accelerate just to devastate the industry. Hearts got the boss weight, this could be the enemy. Turn that fucking mic on, I guess we'll have to see. Ratt Talk.
Hey everybody, it's been a while since I heard that song, but we're here, new episode of Ratt Talk.
Hey.
Catching up with the week and everything now. Actually, I was I really liked utilizing the whole like back cataloging old like episodes and everything, so that way I don't have to worry about it. But I ran out of episodes, so now I have to do one. Oh, and Amanda's with me too.
Oh, hi. Hey.
Sorry, I forgot about you there.
It's okay. It's fine. Used to it.
But yeah, it's been pretty great. I feel pretty good.
yeah,
I've been focusing more on getting my fitness back on.
definitely.
Been working out a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say about the theme song. I realized it mentions Wednesday. Did we used to record on Tuesdays and the episodes would come out Wednesday, or did we used to record on Wednesdays?
Does it really mention something about Wednesday?
It does. The theme song says every Wednesday. Some is weekends and something.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Do you want to go back and listen to it?
Yeah, let's go back and listen to it. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Ratt Talk, motherfucker, get
'Cause I
down
don't
with it,
remember.
identity, shit and all over what that fake bitches, man, I kinda smoking dank, kicking ass on the side, bringing that flavor, she elevating the vibe, boom, bitty, bye, bye, who's getting high, everybody is, bitch, watch how time flies, with that real talk, with a steel cog, taste it, cheers with a drink, then your chin on your faces, podcast basics, aced it, going ape shit, up the ante when they
When is it
blaze, and I
saying?
take it in, from the gays to the scum to the friends, every Wednesday when the day ends,
Every
all
Wednesday when the
enemies
day
wish
ends.
they had this energy. This is Ratt Talk, catch an ice bag injury, y'all moving like a motherfucker.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Every Wednesday till the weekends or something like that. We need to ask him the lyrics because there's some lyrics in there I'm not 100% sure about.
Yeah. I never even noticed that. Huh.
Yeah,
Well, it's a good thing it's Wednesday.
I know, right? Perfect. That's what I just dawned on me. Oh shit, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It's
Well, what do you
Wednesday, my
fucking
dudes.
know?
It's Wednesday, my dudes. I fucking love that. Was that a Vine?
I think so.
Did you ever have Vine?
No, I never had Vine.
No.
I never did that. Didn't do the talk, didn't do the Vine.
I know, you're so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's where people like brag about it.
Well, I'm sorry, I have a fucking life. That's what it is. I'm too fucking busy to spend time on my goddamn phone all the goddamn time.
I mean, you're always scrolling on Twitter.
Yeah, I do that to check like headlines and everything and to look at boobies.
I mean,
I'm not
and
yeah.
you want to talk about getting a life? Like I look at TikToks the same way you look at
No,
Twitter.
when you watch Vine and TikTok, you get stuck there. Like it's like an entertain. Like I look to see what other people are saying and everything, and then I'm like, oh, all right, fuck off. And
Okay,
then
but
I
what
continue on with my day.
requires more of like or what?
Oh, what an attention span?
No,
TikTok.
No, when you say, "Oh, get a life," you're checking in on other people. I'm just like watching TV. What's more of not having a life?
Yeah, because I'm in competition with everybody. I'm like, what the fuck is this shitty up to? All right, that's what they're up to. I need to do something better than that.
Oh, see, no, I stopped all that. I mean, I still have all my social media, but honestly,
Well, no, and I follow like a bunch of directors and comedians and everything, and like all this geek stuff. Like I'm being up to date with like news and shit,
Yeah.
rumors.
I guess that's kind of how I feel about TikTok, except it's more just video content of shit that I like. So viral makeup trends, like I'm really into makeup. So if this new brand comes out or they launch a new product that's competitive with another product, it's like, okay, well, like, how does this compare? Or, oh, this is a dupe for another product. So I'm really into like the makeup game. And then on top of that, I don't know. It's really just entertainment.
Yeah, I mean,
I watch TikTok like I watch TV. It's just something I like. Or people will replay clips of RuPaul's Drag Race, or just
or
like
how about you just like watch TV then? There's all this good TV that's out that you don't watch anyway. So why
I
don't you
know.
like? What are you gonna spend time on your phone for
I
when you
mean,
can just watch TV?
I
You can
mean,
watch good shows.
I mean that's true. That's true. I think I like TikTok because it's like, oh, I got like 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. TikTok.
Nah, I feel like if I did get a TikTok, I'd want it to be like Christina P's
Oh,
TikTok.
I could totally see you having that. I was just telling
All that weird shit. Ryan's actually been sending me some pretty funny talks.
yeah, I've been sending I've been sending your cousin Sean TikToks too, because I follow different musicians, and it's pretty cool. So they take basically any song you could think of, but they remix it and they make it sound like Blink-182 covered it. And honestly, there's so many songs that I didn't like before, but once they turned it into a Blink-182 cover, I'm like sold. Or they're
Like what?
the Bad Guy, Billie Eilish, like top 40 radio
God, that's
shit.
like two horrible things put into one.
I mean, to each their own. I obviously I love pop punk music.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, Blink is all right. I did grow a bit of a more of a respect for them
mhm,
when I did that episode with Jeff when we went through the first five
albums.
studio albums, yeah, of Blink. And yeah, like I've grown a better appreciation with them, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to a Billie Eilish version of Blink-182 or Blink-182
Version
version
of
of
Billie
Billie
Eilish.
Eilish, whatever.
Um,
Beanie Eyelash.
I think it's cool. It just really shows that Blink does have a really distinct style. And one of the producers that like made the TikTok, and this is what he does. He kind of broke it
Mhm.
down. He was like, okay, so I'm gonna add an impossible drum track that I can't imitate. That's of Travis Barker, and then just adding all these different elements. It's basically it's the drums that really kind of sell it as that signature Blink-182.
Are you sure it's not the voice? Because that's
It's
really the most distinct thing.
of course it's the most distinct, but that's
I'm
also
a bad guy. I'm so sad.
Where are you?
Where are you?
True, but that's also the easiest to emulate is the voice. So many pop punk artists imitate that voice to where it's
Mhm.
like everyone's over it. Like I can't stand when you can tell when a singer is just trying to do like just a Blink
An
180.
impression,
Yeah,
as
and
opposed to singing with their own voice.
exactly. But the drums, on the other hand, to drum like Travis Barker is so incredibly difficult to do, which is kind of I think just what makes it a little more magical.
Well, yeah, because he's a good fucking drummer.
I know, exactly. So to put any song in specifically the style, it's one thing to make it kind of pop punk. It's another thing to specifically put it in the style of Blink-182.
Mm.
But regardless, back to like the TikToks, like that's the kind of shit that I like to see. Producers, artists creating things. I watch people paint, people renovate rooms, houses, projects, makeup, DIYs, just different life hacks, shit to get on Amazon that is like actually good stuff. Like, oh, wouldn't have thought to buy that, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Like, I need that. It's bad.
Yeah. So I would just try to follow like a whole bunch of like
Cartel talks,
yeah.
all that weird shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was telling your brother Ryan that I wish there was a way that you can do like private browsing for TikToks. So that way the algorithm wouldn't remember shit that you're watching.
Oh.
So like let's say you were watching a whole bunch of like weird, like you were on meth talk. And like it's fine. It's funny for like a little bit, but you don't want
That's my other podcast coming out soon, Meth Talk.
meth talk.
Mm-hmm. So we just do meth and talk.
There you go.
Each episode's 4.5 hours long.
Totally.
But yes, I know what you mean. Like you want, like if you're in a weird mood and you're like, oh, I want to see some weird shit, but you don't want to keep seeing weird shit after that.
Yeah.
Then you would go on the.
Like sometimes I get curious. My dad was actually complaining about. He's like, oh, I don't like TikTok because I get all these like right-wing Republican stuff. And I'm like, well, that's because you watch it. And he's like, well, yeah, but like I see it and it gets me mad. And then he's just like, Dad, you
And then
go
you watch it.
and then you
Yeah.
watch it, and then they keep showing you that because you keep watching it, even if
Mhm.
you're
I
watching it.
think that's what you're into because you're watching it.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I just want to watch this for like curiosity purposes. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want my algorithm to be full of this.
Tell them to go into ghost mode.
Yeah, ghost mode. I wish TikTok had like a ghost mode. That would be pretty cool.
Well, just write a letter to developers, being like, "Hey, man, I like to see people get decapitated, but I don't want to see it all the time." You know?
There you go. Oh my god, their community guidelines are so strict. It's hilarious. I see these content creators having such a fit. This one guy, he's a scuba diver, and his girlfriend, she's got a fat ass, and she always like she goes diving with him, but she's in like these like thong bikinis. So he always kind of gets a shot of her ass a little bit in there, and his videos were getting flagged and taken down for
Exposure.
yeah, for explicit content. So he's getting frustrated. So finally she put on a wetsuit, but he still makes all these really inappropriate jokes because he's like cleaning up in the ocean. So he's like reaching inside a hole, but like he can't quite pull out. And he jokes like, oh, my pull out game is, I guess, weak today. So when he narrates his videos, it's like,
Hilarious.
I mean,
So
it sounds
funny.
really lame when I explain it, but that's just an example of he narrates his TikToks to be sort of explicit, but at least now it's like he had to clean up so he can't show his girlfriend's butt anymore. So TikTok is super
There was one
super
Ryan.
strict
There
with
was
that.
one Ryan sent me that I thought was pretty funny. It was some guy talking about like, oh, like you shouldn't have premarital sex or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a guy duetting it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it cuts to him next. He's
Mhm.
like, he's all, dude, you're gay, like shit like that. It's like it's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
a-
was like, I thought shit doesn't fly like that on TikTok. But I guess you got to have the right algorithm.
true. You got to have the right algorithm.
See, that's also something I don't like about TikTok. Like, why would I want to put into work to create an algorithm and everything? Like, if I got started, like, I just want to see that cool shit and not have to sift through all these fucking lame people doing their lame shit, like renovating their rooms or doing a little flip thing and blah blah blah. Pretty much everything you just said.
well, I mean, the good thing is with the algorithm, it's to each their own. It's sensitive to what you watch. So if you don't watch shit that you want to watch, that's why I'm sure Christina Pajitsky's TikTok For You page is nothing but meth, cartel, people getting decapitated, like weird ass fucking shit. Like,
That's not her TikTok at all. Her TikTok's fucking nuts, dude. Like it is not nuts as in like, oh, it's those things that you just said,
Mhm.
but like it's a fucking roller coaster. Like it's super intense and then it's like super mellow and then it's like right in the
Yeah.
middle and then it gets super intense and then it gets super soft and then like yeah, like it's not what you're saying, like, oh fucking
well,
people
that's
getting their dicks ripped off and everything. No,
well,
it's
I
not.
guess
It's nothing
that's
like
the
that.
craziest of what
Yeah,
she
it's like
what
weird.
she
It's
sees.
like some like weird these redneck people like lip syncing really bad to fucking country songs, and it like
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that cringy shit.
Yeah, see, like I mean,
Yeah, she gets that, but
that's too much
again,
work for me. Like I
what?
like Twitter because I can open up Twitter and then I'm like, oh look, boobies. That's what I like. And then I scroll up a little bit more and I'm like, oh shit, fucking so and so's they just rap shooting the boys or whatever.
Yeah.
Or and they're like, yeah, shit
No,
like that.
I mean, teach their own. Also, like, I don't play video games or anything. I don't really have that like outlet. Like, I really just kind of I like
Yeah.
I don't know. I like TikTok because it just shows me shit that I like, and I think that's pretty cool. So I'm not gonna convince you to join TikTok. I'm just saying.
Sounded like you were for a minute there.
No, I'm just saying why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
You're trying to make it seem like what I'm into isn't cool anymore.
no.
Wait, what do? You just look at Twitter? You just go scroll through shit?
No, I think it's just funny how you talk shit about things that people like.
When did I talk shit about that?
You talk shit about TikTok.
I don't talk shit about TikTok. I just say it's not worth my time. I don't give a shit about
See,
TikTok. Why would I talk shit about something I don't give a shit about?
Oh my god. So you're above it all. You're just too good for it.
No, I just don't give a shit. I never said that I was above it. Like, oh, I'm too fucking cool to have TikTok. I never said any of those things. I just said I don't want a TikTok.
Because
You might seem that way
it's not worth
because
your time.
yeah, just because something's not worth my time doesn't mean I think I'm above it. I'm just saying that I don't. It's something that I just don't want to put my efforts towards. Not
Alright.
because I'm better than it, but just because I don't give a shit.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
I never,
just like
yeah.
how I've now given less and less of a shit about what other people are doing. People I went to high school with, person that I had class with in college, my old coworker. I don't really give a shit what they're doing.
Yeah, see, so TikTok would be good for you.
So yeah, I like TikTok because it's literally just
Mm-hmm.
content. Like I follow aspiring
Maybe you're also
aspiring comedians too that
misconstruing the fact that I make fun of you for liking TikTok. Doesn't mean I'm making fun of TikTok.
oh, you're just making fun of me.
Yes, that's what it is.
That checks.
That's what it is. I'm just giving you a hard time because you're on TikTok.
Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Why? Because I'm old?
What?
Why? Because I'm old or because I'm me?
No, I've seen some old people on fucking TikTok. Don't worry. Age has nothing to do with it.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing you said. Thanks, babe.
Just making you feel, yeah, like don't worry about being old. There's some old fucks on there.
Oh my God, that's what every woman wants to hear.
Mm-hmm. You're not alone.
Thank you.
God, man, my fucking ass.
My ass.
My ass hurts. My whole body hurts right now.
My body
My
hurts
back
too.
fucking hurts.
My back aches. My brows too tight. I shake my hips from the left to the right, to the left, to the right. No, that wouldn't. No, this is very like.
Is that? I swear to God, if is that a TikTok thing? Because I'm
No.
about to be like.
No. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a TikTok. Actually,
Are you sure?
it wasn't a TikTok thing. This was a thing that I knew from like high school and like middle school, like schoolyard.
No, it must have been a Catholic schoolgirl thing. Because
No, it's the jig hello, jig hello, and then
yep.
hey what and then there's like a breakdown. My back aches, my brows too tight. I shake my hips from the left to the right, to the left, to the right. No.
Nope.
All right. No, I know it wasn't exclusively a Catholic school thing, but it was a thing that I guess you were too cool for.
Again, just probably didn't give a shit, so I didn't pay attention to it.
I mean, your extracurricular. This was like one of those like we do like kind of like show warm up circle where we just like get pumped and we do like different just like sing song type things, and like Gigolo was one of them, and we would call on other people and they'd have a moment and they'd like dance in the circle. Like it's very like kind of just dance circle.
Yeah, like some drama kid shit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, like getting ready for a performance or something.
Yeah, it was like drama kid, but then it was also like one of those like schoolyard like jump rope type things too.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
You were never a schoolgirl who played jump rope, and like I know.
No, but I mean, I saw schoolgirls doing jump rope and doing their dumb fucking songs.
Yeah, exactly. Dumb fucking songs.
Yeah. Dumb schoolgirl shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just a little overzealous to say it was Catholic, specifically Catholic school, but no, it was actually just all over the place.
It was just a dumb schoolgirl thing because you were never a dumb little schoolgirl.
Nope. I just watched him when puberty hit.
There you go. But yeah, we're sore. I'm sore. You're sore.
Yep. Oh man. But I feel good though. I feel great. I'm glad that I was able to get back into it and everything. I mean, I'm super bummed that I am driving to the gym again.
Yeah.
Just because it was so convenient just to go to my buddy Justin's. But I figured that because when I stopped paying for the gym, I stopped going to work out completely. And then when I was paying for the gym, I was like, man, I'd rather go to my friend Justin's. And then I would go there, work out for free and everything, but I'd still be paying $20. And I was like, why am I doing this? And then I stopped paying the $20. And then I just stopped working out. So it feels good to be back into it and everything.
Yeah, it feels good. So I went the other day. So I went with you the first day and I renewed my membership and we worked out and that was cool. That was fine. And then the next day I went by myself and I forgot how kind of shitty and weird it feels like to walk through the gym by myself. Like I try to keep my head down and just like nobody talk to me and go about my business. But like there's still people that kind of go out of their way to be a creep a little bit. For example, I get on the elliptical and there's the row behind me is all Stairmasters
Mm-hmm.
and they're all completely free. No one's on the Stairmaster. Maybe one person way on the opposite side, but there's literally no one else on the Stairmasters. And this guy, he walks right in front of and beside the machine I'm on. And he looks at me and I kind of like notice him looking at me, but like I just go about my workout, whatever. And then all of a sudden I get this, maybe it's the sixth sense of mine, but I can just feel when somebody's looking at my ass. And sure enough, I turn around and he's like standing like right behind me. And I like give him a look and then he looks at his phone real quick. And then I just like, whatever, I keep going. And then he does get on the machine behind me and he's just like, dude, of all the fucking machines, like, why do you have to be directly behind me looking at my ass?
A lot of creepies out there. A lot of creepers.
It's like an icky. It's an icky feeling. And it makes me like not want to go to the gym and not want to like, it just makes me not want to be there. It's already like hard enough going because that's like, okay, I'm working out. I got to do this. Like, it's like getting the motivation to just go and work out is enough. But then having that added level of like, oh, I got to deal with certain people. Like I feel a lot better when I go like with you or if I go with somebody else because at least that gives me like.
Well, let me tell you, it doesn't matter if I'm there or not. There are still people that are staring at you.
Yeah.
That is not going to change. Like there's just weird people. There's just weird guys out there. Then that's what they do. They just go and make people feel uncomfortable.
That's true. But it's this certain level of vulnerability that it's really hard to explain unless you've experienced it. But
well, I will never experience that.
No, because you're not a woman.
Because I got a schlong.
Yeah.
I got some penis.
I know.
So I never have to worry about anything like that.
I know.
So I love going to the gym.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Penis privilege, I guess.
That's what it is. Penis privilege. I got the pee-pee. I got my pee-pee and I wear it proud.
You got that big pee-pee.
I mean,
penis privilege.
I'm good with just calling it pee-pee.
Whatever.
But yeah, anyway.
I just feel better. Even if, yes, whether I go alone or by myself or alone. If I go alone or with somebody else, that still might happen.
No, alone or by yourself. I mean, either one.
Alone, by myself, singular, individually.
All those things.
All those things.
Any one of those things. That's how I go to the gym.
Or if I go with somebody else, there's that feeling of vulnerability, but I would still rather go with somebody else because that just makes me feel a little less vulnerable, I guess is just the best way to explain it. Like it's happening, but at least if like I guess on the topic of feeling like vulnerable, that very same day, I had gone to the market down the street because I had to buy the Tupperware and just run in, run out really quick. And I'm running out and there's always like drunks that hang out in the parking lot, like right by the liquor store over there. But like one of them started yelling at me, like trying to get my attention.
like what? He's like, hey,
yeah, kind of. Yeah. And I kind of like looked over, but I was like, nope. Like I just like hopped in my car and ran off. Because again, it's just that feeling, that's that icky feeling of being like vulnerable and like there's this part of me that like gets angry about it and wants to be like, hey, fuck you, man, or like flip the guy off or whatever. But it's been ingrained in me.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me. Yeah, that's like a millennial reflex. But it's been ingrained in me that you're not supposed to engage or interact because that just potentially leads to more interaction, which leads to potentially more danger. So like as much as I want to say like, hey, fuck you, back the fuck off, the safest thing to do is just.
Or maybe just show them your ass. Just be like, fine, you want to look at it? There it is. Boom. And then get in your car and drive off. You ever thought about that? Maybe that could be a new defense mechanism. Yeah.
That's so icky to me though, because then what if
Or maybe
if they pull their pee-pee out?
Then that's when you just take a big old shit right there in front of them. Just, and then you're like, this is human life, dude. Like, this is what everybody does, even me.
But what if he tries to like rape me?
Then you're gonna have a shitty ass. He's not gonna want to rape you when you have a shitty ass.
I don't know, man. There's some fucked up weirdos out there.
I doubt that anybody's trying to fuck shitty assholes.
I mean, aren't we watching Your Mom's House Live this weekend?
Yes, but those are special people, and then there.
Who knows? There could be one of them.
They're one in a fucking billion. They're definitely not out in public.
I mean,
they're definitely not out in public.
That could be the drunk at the liquor store.
They are definitely not doing that, and they are not just getting drunk. They are doing multiple other things.
I don't know what the guy in front of the liquor store is doing. I don't know his life.
Yeah, he's not. I can guarantee he's not into poo-poo stuff. Like I said, that's one in a few billion people that are like that.
I don't know. The way that they stare, though, you just never fucking know. Ugh, and it's like they stare with their mouth open too. It's like, ugh. I remember when I worked at the bar too. There was this guy who would come in, and he'd always I never saw him with his mouth closed. He would always like salivating, but he was like a gambling addict for sure, because he would always his eyes would be fixed on the lotto thing and be like, hey, wouldn't even speak words, just like, and that was him grunting for me to run his tickets.
Or I mean, maybe he was special.
No, I've heard him speak before.
They talk, right?
Who?
Special people. They can still form sentences and words, right?
Yeah.
And some of them are almost borderline normal too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can speak just fine.
And not if he's sitting there with an open mouth drooling. You think a normal person does that?
I think he
someone in the right mental capacity will do that.
I don't think he's mentally handicapped. I think he's a dog. I swear I don't think he's special. I think he's a gambling addict. Am I an asshole? Am I an asshole here?
What if he is? That's supposed to make you an asshole? No, that just means that you just have a different opinion.
Maybe I over exaggerated. Maybe he has closed his mouth once or twice, but the way that he looks at the lotto is like the way that some men look at my ass. It's just this just drool, mouth, jaws dropped and salivating and just so fixed, they're just staring their life depended on it. And it's just fucking weird to me, at least.
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty mentally disabled person to me.
So me comparing that to men that look at my ass, are they all mentally disabled?
Maybe.
Does my ass just attract the mentally handicapped?
Maybe. That could possibly very well be it. I mean, I don't know. I don't have that problem. As a matter of fact, I love going to the gym by myself. I love going anywhere by myself because I don't have to deal with anybody. I could just show up and be like, hey, let's work out.
Now, see, I feel like I can't go anywhere by myself because people won't leave me alone. People will leave me alone if I'm with somebody else. But it's that lone gazelle.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
what?
Like a lion hunting.
Okay.
They'll.
Okay, I think you're giving way too much credit to men. First of all.
For what?
Not everybody's a lion. First of all, sometimes they're just hyenas. They're they're R-worded and just always hungry, and they just laugh really bad. Hey, boobs. You got to understand, just some people are just dumb, they just don't have the mental capacity of being able to form words and sentences. And so yeah, they will call out to you. And I mean, yeah, you are probably smart to do that, but you can easily outsmart them, I think.
Why am I shitting? Pulling my
Yes.
ass out and shitting.
Yes, by pulling your ass out and then shitting on the floor right there.
Shit on the floor.
You got to get swifty.
Gotta get swifty in here.
But yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You got to come up with some way to deter them.
You crack the code.
Mm-hmm. All females out there, if you feel like you are being stalked or what, just shit on the floor. Shit on the floor. Nobody's going to want to bother you. I guarantee it. Any normal, sane person would not. And then if somebody still is into you, then boom, red flag. Get the fuck out of there.
Now,
That is like
get
the defining out.
Get out of there! My pants are around my ankles. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, or just deal with the shitty ass for a little bit. Pull your pants up at least.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's just me, you know. If I was a girl, I'd do that.
All right, bet. That's the first. That's what you do if you were a girl.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I just shit everywhere. And then people would be like, "What's wrong with you?" I'd be like, "What? I'm just a dumb girl."
Oh my god.
I did it. I cracked the code. That is the best way to do it.
There you go. You've solved it. I'll get the people and the heads.
Well,
of,
I mean,
I'll get the
aside
heads of
from
the Me Too movement on the phone.
Mhm.
Let them know.
Yeah,
The word out.
And then it would be me too, but spelled TWO.
Oh, like number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Love it.
me too. And then you just take off.
Oh my god.
But anyway, I love going back to the gym. I don't have to deal with any creepy guys. Like I said, as a matter of fact, I'd rather be at the gym by myself. The only reason why I would want somebody else at the gym with me is because I get a better workout that way. Like I kind of push myself a little more. But
If you're alone? Oh, if you go with somebody
yeah,
else.
if there's somebody else there. But when I go alone, I can just go get my workout done and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know. At Gold's, there's like so many like attractive in shape people. So it's like a little intimidating. I mean, it can be motivating or intimidating depending on how you're feeling that day.
Yes.
I know for you it's motivating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. For me it's a little intimidating.
It honestly it depends. It depends on like the guy to the girl to guy ratio, the dude to girl ratio. Like if there's more dudes than girls, then it's not very motivating. But if there's like an equal amount of girls, because there's always going to be more dudes than girls for sure.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
But if there's like a bigger crowd of girls there, then yeah, it's a little more motivating because
you want to flex on them bitches.
I mean, not necessarily that. It's just because like when it's all dudes, like it's just too much testosterone, you know? Like it's just there's too much going on. Whereas like if there's girls, then I have to be like, okay, well, I don't have to show off that much, you know, like because somebody will find me attractive, whether it be another dude or another girl, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like that, like actually, what is a little frustrating though is that when there's more girls there, then the lighter weights like fucking disappear. And for some reason, bitches don't want to put their weights back, which pisses me off.
No, I always put my weights back.
No, I put your weights back.
Well, I would do it if you didn't.
I'm sorry, I'm a gentleman. So
I appreciate it.
Whatever.
I love that. I
But yes, like yeah, like I can't find the tens that I need, and like there's only one set of fives there too that I've noticed. Like I've only ever seen one set, and it's just like what the fuck.
I wonder if people are stealing them.
Probably, to be honest, probably. Well, I mean, it is also outside too. The gym is outside, so I'm sure you get some fucking homeless people or like some fucking shitties hopping the fence and yeah, stealing weights and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, because dumbbells are the easiest thing to steal. Just throw them in a bag, throw it over the fence, and climb back over.
Yeah. Ew, that was a stinky burp.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer, which I even shouldn't be. I shouldn't be drinking beer, but here I am drinking beer.
Sorry.
And it's not even like a good beer that I can get a buzz off of this. I'm drinking
You're the one who told me to buy this
fucking
yesterday.
Michelob Ultra. Yeah, I'm sorry because I'm trying to be healthy and skinny and trying to lose fucking weight. All right.
Just don't complain about the shitty beer when you're the one.
I can complain about whatever fucking thing I want. All right, especially beer.
Okay.
God damn it, Pantera, this beer is warm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh no, I think I think either way, I'm intimidated because I'm intimidated for different reasons. So if there's like a lot of guys and no girls, I'm intimidated because it's a lot of fucking dudes and I'm the only girl. So that's like intimidating. And then, of course, there's the dudes being creeps, like factor in that as well. But then if there's like an equal ratio of girls to guys, it's like, oh shit, I don't want to be like the most flabby girl at the gym and to see girls that are like look really fucking good and like know what they're doing and they know they're comfortable and know their way around the gym. That's like intimidating. I'm just like
I think I think that's probably like the only negative thing for me about the gym is that yeah, like when there are like very attractive girls there, I'm just like I don't want to look. I don't want to look like because that's weird. I don't want to be creepy
mhm.
or anything, but goddamn, sometimes it just happens and I'm like, fuck. I catch myself doing it. I'm
Yeah.
like, stop staring at the girl's ass.
I mean, it's another
She's
thing.
here to work out, all right? Like, dude, don't be a fucking creep.
Yeah, it's another thing it's one thing to glance. It's another thing to get the machine behind her and
Yeah.
like
Dude, but
salivate.
even then, like sometimes I do that shit on accident. Like, okay, because there's one thing that's a hot commodity at gyms is the adjustable bench.
Mhm.
You know, because the one that you
Yeah.
can do incline and decline and
Uh-huh.
the flat bench and everything. Well, there's one specifically by the squat rack.
Uh-huh.
And remember the first time that I went to the gym, there was somebody working out next to it, and I was like, oh, like, excuse me, are you using this one? And she's like, no, go for it and everything. I'm like, cool. Put my stuff down. I sit down. I put the bench where I'm supposed to. I sit down and I look forward, and it's just ass right there in front of my fucking face, and I'm like, ugh. Like,
Yeah.
like, this is awkward. I mean, it's great, but this is super awkward.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have some shame about it.
I have some shame.
It's like different if there's a bunch of those incline seats
Mm-hmm.
and you had to pick the one that was right behind her if there's a bunch of them open. It's like
Yeah.
the dude who there's all these urinals open and he goes to the one right next to you.
See, and then when that happens, I pull my pants down all the way to my ankles.
Like Butters.
Yeah, and then I make it weird for him. Like, what's up?
There you go.
Yeah. I make eye contact, and then I shake his hand after.
And then you shake Willie's.
No, after I shake my penis, and then I shake his hand. So I get like little pee spots on my hand and everything. And he's like, okay, I'm never going to pick the urinal next to you again. I'm like, yeah, thanks for not being creepy.
You go teaching people.
You got to out creep the creeps. That's what it is. You just got to be even more creepier than the creepy guys.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
But yeah, no, it just happened to be the only one that was free. And I was like, I need to get this bench so I can, do my workout and everything. And
no, that's different. If there's like one specific machine that you're going to, that's one thing. But like if there's a bunch of the same thing, but you pick the one right by her, that's a little fucking weird. But yeah, like those like girls fucking killing it at the gym are intimidating to me because like I'm not there. I just it's not. And I'm thinking like, maybe it would help if I went to work out with like another girl because I feel like it would be, I don't know, it's we're in this together, but also she can kind of like lead me and also just different exercise, different perspectives than from what you leading me is if I was working out with another girl. Like Kimmy, that girl that we know. I saw her at the gym the first day back that we were there. And she's pretty cool. And it's crazy to see how she's like transformed her body because I knew her when like she before her like fitness journey and then now and it's like damn, like I've known her that I've like known of her and seen her through that entire process of her journey.
Basically, when you see her, you know that, oh shit, it actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like cool. Like go her. and we worked out one time together for a little bit, and like that was cool. Like I think I like I wish I had more, like I wish I had a girlfriend to go to the gym with. Just a
Well,
different experience, you know.
you got me.
Oh, my girlfriend. So cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm just gonna work your ass out and be like, no, you pick up those fucking dumbbells and you do get goddamn cool.
I know it's so shitty. Because
You're gonna lift like a man.
that sometimes I feel like that's some of the frustration I get is like you'll work me out like the way that you'll work out like Justin. Let's say you'll be like, you guys are more like, all right, like grabbing the heavy weights or expecting me to lift heavier than what I can. It's like you forget, like I'm not one of your gym bros. I'm your girlfriend. I'm gonna lift a little lighter and I'm not as experienced. So this is like, you know, gotta take it
Well, I
easy.
mean, like that workout. I mean, no, it isn't like that. Like I don't. You feel that way,
Yeah.
but I don't. Like I've given you. I give you the fives. I tell you like and that might be a little too heavy. Why don't we go a little lighter than that? And you're just like, yeah, these are fine. And then
No,
you work
you'll
out
give
with
me
them.
like the 15 and I'll say,
I know I didn't hand you any sort of 15. You the one that said, "Oh, maybe I should do the 15." And I said, "Are you sure?" I checked with you and you were like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then I was
okay,
like, "Okay. All
maybe
right."
now as of recently you've been good about that. And I
That's how you've always been. That's
yeah.
how it always was. You just took it as like, "No, it's got to be this way. It's got to be all hard." And I'm like, "No, you're going to hurt yourself. That is not
Well,
the way you're supposed to do it."
we have our different perspectives on it, but at least now, right now and moving forward, it does
Mhm.
feel nice that like, okay, like I want to be motivated, but I don't want to be pushed past my limit and then told to go more.
I mean,
Not saying that you're doing that or you have done that. I'm just saying like I don't want to feel like that. Personally, I don't
yeah,
want to.
again, all I got to tell you is that you are going to feel like shit tomorrow. Today's workout, I know. And you know the thing about today's workout too?
Hmm.
It was all body weight.
I
It was
know.
all straight body weight. I didn't tell you to get more weight. I didn't tell you to put any extra pounds
I
on you. It
know,
was
and
all
that's like kind of the shitty part too. Like I it's really hard to struggle and feel like a fat piece of shit. Like I might sound like
I know what are you talking about.
to use your own body weight and still struggle
Oh,
is
yes.
like I am my own weight. I am carrying the weight of my fat and like I can barely do that. Like
Mhm.
that is just kind of like a I'm struggling here. It makes me feel like a fat piece of shit. And it's really hard to like mentally sometimes push through that and be like, no, it's okay to struggle, just finish the workout. Or it's okay if maybe you couldn't finish that set. Like keep trying. Like it's really comes down to that mental part of working out that
Mhm.
that I struggle with too. Cause it just hurts and I feel like I'm bad at it and it's just it kind of brings up all these negative feelings. So it's really hard to maintain that motivation personally.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you now, yes, it is. It's very hard. That's the whole point of working out and everything. You're pushing your body
Yeah.
to a point to where you're basically hurting yourself on purpose. Like,
I know what's like it's like self-harm but
but
productive.
the main thing I'm trying to get to is that eventually it won't be that hard. Eventually you
Mhm.
will start wanting to get those things, and you know it. And when the world ends and we have to hike 15 miles a day,
I'll be
to get
happy. I did these insane leg
yeah, you'll be
workouts.
fine. Yeah, like when you have to fucking jump a cliff or whatever, or yeah, between cliffs and everything.
Hey, I just want to go a day at Disneyland without being fucking winded. Like, like, I want
Yeah,
to
exactly.
I want to
Yes,
live. I
exactly.
don't want to have to be in a scooter like my dad. Like I want to like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly. I mean, um,
like those that's what I think about. I'm like
the podcast I listen to of American Glutton, which with Ethan Suplee,
mhm.
uh, I mean, he has doctors on there, he has other
Yeah.
physical trainers and everything, and he has other people who were 300, 400 pound dudes and everything, and or even women too, like like very big women and everything, and I mean, they're fine. Like, and not only that, not only did like they lose weight and get in shape and everything, but like their hearts are functioning properly. They
Mm,
have good blood flow. Their cholesterol's down and everything. Their risk of heart attack is so much lower now. And I mean, that's always been my biggest fear of like is getting so unhealthy to the point to where yeah, like it is a struggle to get out of bed, or I
yeah.
can't bend down to tie my shoes and everything. And then once I get to that point, then I'm just like, oh, it's only a matter of time before I fucking have a heart attack.
Yeah. And heart issues run in my family. Heart issues, diabetes, all of that. Like I
Yeah, exactly. And then like so working out is like that's just one huge step into at least
yeah.
the right direction too. I mean,
Yeah. All of that is like for sure motivation. Um I just I think it's hard because there's not really any type of instant gratification when it comes to working out. So it doesn't feel like there's any benefit it doesn't feel like there's any benefit. It just feels like you're hurting yourself. I know a long term it won't be like that, but
mhm.
um yeah, I think it's just that changing my mindset when it comes to working out. And I should listen to that podcast more. You sent me an episode to listen to, and I listened to it, and it was interesting. I actually kind of give that episode another listen and take some notes on it because they were saying some good
Well,
stuff
I
on
mean, the
there.
reason why I sent it to you too is because you're always like, I'm so unmotivated. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling that way and everything. And so basically what that episode was saying was what it was about was just your mindset and the way you put yourself, you know,
Yeah.
in different situations, yourself achievable and are
Mhm.
those places eventually.
Yeah. Like being able to do, let's say my goal is to do one workout perfectly before, like let's say, like the one that
I
we
was gonna say, what do you mean?
like the one that I did where you step up and then you
Yes.
step down and lunge. How I stepped up, but I try to do it on one leg, but then I would get wobbly. I would get so wobbly that I would have to use the other leg for like
Hmm.
balance.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to get to the point to where I don't need to do that.
Okay.
Kind of like we'll say like with the dance videos that I was doing for cardio, like how at first it would just be a struggle and I'd be moving, but I wouldn't really know the moves. And now it's like, okay, my goal is to learn the routine and then do it so full out to where it's like I kind of level up myself and I reach a new point and like, okay, I know how to do this routine. So now I'm gonna squat lower,
Hmm.
uh, jump higher, like set those little goals for myself. And
Yeah, I mean that's all you can really do. I mean, I kind of gave myself a pretty big goal of going down to 180. I weighed about 235 pounds and getting, losing 50 pounds, like that's such a huge thing. I
yeah.
probably shouldn't have done it that way, but I was very well motivated at the time and all that, and I had the time to do it and
Mm,
everything. So it was an attainable goal. But even then, when I got there, I was just like, okay, like what, like I didn't give myself another goal after that. Like I got down to 180 and everything, and I was just like, okay, I did it and kind of settled for what it was. And then I gained another 10 pounds. I stopped working out and everything.
yeah.
And so, it wasn't until I started listening to that podcast that I was just like, you know what,
Yeah.
like I need to give myself another goal. I need to have something else to do,
Yeah.
to go there. Like I noticed myself getting heavy. So I was a little more conscious
I don't
of,
even think it was getting heavy. I think maybe some of the progress that you made, some of it was starting to become undone. So you were like, no, fuck that.
yeah, exactly. And well, I mean, not only that, like I knew that as hard as I was working, yes, it felt good and everything. Um, as hard as I was working, I thought that I should be showing a little bit more result. So
Hmm.
with that, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop drinking now during the week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start paying attention to more of what I'm eating and my carb intake, the sugars, cutting out
Yeah.
sugar and everything, and doing that. And once I started doing that again, I did feel a little lighter. I felt my belly get a little shorter and everything, and I was like, okay, it's time to get back into it. Now my new goal is pecs and abs. I want to have pecs and abs again, like I did in high school.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with my weight. I'm not paying attention. I'm not stepping on the scale or anything. I'm
Yeah. You're
not
not
weighing
trying to get down
myself.
to your high school weight because that's,
Yeah, yeah, like that. I mean, not to say that that's unattainable, but that's just not. It's just not it's not a goal for me.
as a,
A goal is to get my body
yeah.
looking the way. that I want it to look,
Well, us as
regardless of my weight.
man, woman, at 27 years old, you shouldn't try to weigh what you did in high school. Like that's not that it again, not that it's impossible, but I can't imagine being 115, 120 pounds again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that as realistic. I think because like you go through kind of like a second puberty when you hit your 20s. Um my hips are wider, my tits are bigger, and that's just from being on birth control and having more of a womanly body, and that's just what happens. So I there's no way I can see myself weighing 115.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe, I think
But
I think 160 is a good goal considering my height and my build. And because I mean, I've never seen myself as really super stick skinny. So I feel
Mhm.
like,
Well, that was also your own body dysmorphia. You thought you looked bigger than what you actually were, when in reality, that was not the real fact. You weren't as big as you thought you were. You
when,
saw yourself that way.
yeah, I mean, I guess. So it was like maybe when I was like 19, 20, I thought I was like huge until like I got a woman's body. And then I was like, oh shit. And then I gained more weight on top of that. And I was just like, oh fucking shit. Like, no, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to compete with my 18-year-old self, but I don't want to be where I am now. So I try to maybe give myself some grace and split the difference. But like the thing is, I don't even have a real goal weight in mind. Like you talk a lot numbers, and I feel like that's kind of a guy thing to
The only numbers I talk about is what I'm eating. I'm not my numbers have I have no concern about how much I weigh. I know I'm at a good weight where I'm at now, so
yeah.
I don't really care.
The thing is,
What I care about is how my body looks. And the
yeah,
way that I'm going to change the way my body looks is that I have to count my calories, I have to be aware of what I'm eating and everything,
yeah.
getting the right amount of fats and proteins and
Are you
carbohydrates.
like honest question, and are you hungry? Like,
No.
no?
Mm-mm. And when I do get hungry, I eat like some peanuts or whatever, or
It's like I've been hungry all fucking day today. And I've eaten the proper portions of what I'm supposed to be,
Mhm. Well,
trying to the diet
that's also your
portions.
body adjusting too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
because whenever you're hungry, you just eat,
Yeah. I'm s-
or you starve yourself, and then when you do finally eat, your body is just latching
yeah.
onto that fat, saying like, okay, we need to hold on to this because
Yeah.
we don't know the next time we're going to be eating.
No, that I mean, and that was a bad habit with being anxious and depressed and all of that. And I'm not trying to get to that point again. Um but it's just like I hate being like hangry, like eating a small meal and then like going to work out and then wanting to like eat some more, but like nope, you gotta like
Well,
stop.
no, you're supposed to eat after working out. That is the thing. You
N-
definitely need to eat
I
after
mean,
working
no,
out.
but I mean, we ate dinner after we worked out, and I'm like, I feel like I'm still kind of like I still got munchkins, like I still want to eat. But like
Hmm.
I know I had like okay, that's enough. And you'd mentioned on that podcast how they talked about like eating for fuel.
Hmm.
And I'm not used to eating just for fuel. I'm used to eating for pleasure or for for entertainment.
Hmm.
Like, and that's another thing too, is like boredom eating. There's not really a lot going on, so like might as well
Well,
eat.
I mean, you are spending your time watching TikTok, so of course all you're thinking about is what's the next thing that's going to go down your gullet.
Jeez, thanks. No, it's hard. Like, and I know I've always been told like if it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Hmm. I mean, there is stuff that you can eat though when you are hungry. Like I said, when I get hungry and I know, like,
Hmm.
if I know that I'm going to be eating my lunchtime, like I have a certain time of when I'm eating lunch. So when I get hungry around 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's when I start feeling hungry, but I know that I'm going to be eating lunch soon. So tough it out, and when I get to my lunch, and then
Mm.
I eat whatever it is that I'm And then sometimes it is more than like I'll bring a salad to
Mhm.
work, and if I'm getting hungry by 10 o'clock, by 10:30, and I'm like, you know what, that salad isn't going to be enough,
Mhm.
then I'll go and get something else with that, or I'll get like a bag of sun chips from the vending machine or whatever, or I
Yeah.
have a bag of cashews that I keep, with me at work, and then when I'm feeling extra hungry, then I'll grab that and
Yeah.
everything, and then yeah, like
Yeah. I need to find good little snacks that I like that aren't
it's
so
like
unhealthy.
the I mean, there are good yogurts out there, but it's certain ones that you have to get, like non-dairy ones, and
Mhm.
or or yeah, carrot sticks, like that's another good one. Pistachios, but it's got to be unsalted, or if it is salted, it's got to be like that pink Himalayan or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want to go overboard with it, but
Yeah. No, that's true. It's
like okay, so last night we had amazing dinner
mhm.
and everything, but it got about to what 11, 10:30 at night, and so I went and had some ice cream, but it was a small amount of ice cream. Like I looked in there, and I mean, it was the tub, but it was like a small little section of it. I mean, that at
Yeah,
most that ice cream was only like 10 bites.
yeah, it was just the tiniest little bit that
Hmm.
was left.
Yeah, so I mean, like you can eat, but I just knew that okay, like my workout tomorrow then is gonna it's gonna have a little bit more of a kick to it. Like that's why when I got home, like that's why I felt like no, I need to work out as soon as I get home, because if I
Yeah.
rest or anything, then I'm not going to want to do that
Yeah.
extra work.
True. I don't like that feeling of, "Oh, nope, you can't have ice cream unless you're gonna have to do 10 more crunches if you have that ice cream. Is it worth it?" No. It just kind of I feel like in my head, it can potentially turn into a negative relationship to both working out and to eating.
Hmm.
And I see where I know where you're coming from is, no, you eat and that food is supposed to fuel you, so it's okay to eat that pizza, but that fuel that's supposed to fuel you to do a better workout, and I get where you're coming from, b
Well, not necessarily it's okay to eat that pizza,
well, no, but,
because
like
pizza's not very good for you.
but once in a while, but like you said, like, you can indulge, but just know to make up for it later, and I get that, but I can also, at least for myself personally, I see the negative kinda creep
Hmm.
into it a little bit that, "Mm-mm, unless you do 30 crunches, you're not gonna eat that ice cream. Is it really worth it?" And then, like, having to be like, "Alright, you fat bitch, you gotta do those 30 crunches because you ate that ice cream. Suffer." And it's just like, ugh, I don't want it to turn into that, but, like,
Hmm.
that's where my brain has had the tendency to go. So it's really, like, it comes back down to, like, mindset too, and trying to, like, change my mindset.
Yeah, and staying disciplined too. I mean, like yeah, like you said, you could do all those things, being like, okay, yeah, if you're gonna eat this ice cream, you can, or you can just not eat that ice cream. You can not eat that ice cream and go have some carrot sticks, or
Yeah.
a salad bowl or something, or some shit like that.
Yeah. But then the denying myself the ice cream also makes me sad too. It's like regardless, I'm just it's just not
Yeah, well,
easy.
I mean, and then you shouldn't have eaten so much ice cream when you weren't doing anything those past few years of your life. Like,
Yeah.
but it gets that way.
Yeah.
It happens. And I mean, yeah, like okay, so for me, for example, for tomorrow, um my company that I work for, they're buying us lunch tomorrow, but of
Mhm.
course what they're getting is pizza.
Right.
And I've been craving it. I want it. I want it so bad. I'm so ready for fucking pizza tomorrow. But I know that my dinner tomorrow is not going to be something that is so heavy. Nothing too, maybe more protein than starches, obviously, and carbs, because
Mhm.
I'm gonna load up on that for my lunch and everything. But I'm ready for it, dude. I'm so fucking ready for it, and I can't wait to get some fucking pizza tomorrow. Like that's my relationship with food, is just like okay, like if I'm gonna do it, then I got to make up for it. And it, yeah, sure, I can make up for it in my workouts. Like, fine, if I'm gonna have the pizza, then I'm gonna do 2 ab workouts tomorrow, or I can have that pizza, do my regular workout, and then have a very small dinner. or if or even have dinner if that. But I mean, obviously, I'm going to be hungry because my body's so adjusted to eating at certain amounts of time, certain times of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like yeah, like you said, I'll probably just have a salad for my dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's for me.
Or I can just work my fucking ass off and do an extra half hour of cardio, and then I can just have a regular dinner. But I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. I don't want to do that. Like I don't. I see what you're saying. Whereas like I don't want the relationship where like, okay, if I'm gonna eat this, then I got to do something extra.
Yeah.
Like no, how about I eat this, do my regular workout, and then sacrifice that little snack that I would have
Yeah.
at the end of the day, or yeah, before I go to bed, like like sacrifice that, like, which I can deal with.
Yeah. That sounds more manageable in my head versus like having to like punish myself because like we said, working out, it just kind of feels like you're hurting yourself.
Hmm.
So it just it can have a negative feel like, oh, you have to punish yourself with physical labor because
Yeah.
you ate this. So it's for me, it's one, I have to kind of change my mindset and find ways that works for me that will change my mindset and my relationship to food and working
Hmm.
out. And
I mean,
then
and a lot of it too has to do with genetics and the way your body breaks those things down, and the way your metabolism works and everything. Because some people they can just eat whenever they're hungry
yeah,
and not gain anything.
that was me until I was maybe 22, 21.
Hmm.
All my life, just eat whatever the fuck I want. My family would jokingly call me like a freaking garbage disposal
Hmm.
because like I would just
And some people that happen, that it stays that way forever,
yeah,
for their entire life.
the lucky ones. But now I have to go from still having that big appetite, but
Hmm.
now denying myself that extra helping. Like I don't need it. So I know that comes from like eating slowly and drinking a lot of water, which I'm trying to do. I've filled up my water bottle so many times today. So it's doing little things, but then also when I talked about had mentioned changing my relationship in my mindset to food and to working out, but it's also finding a way to enjoy eating healthy.
Hmm.
Like, so I made the chicken again today,
Hmm.
and it came out okay. And I think, like, like you had told me, it's one of those things that I'm gonna have to find ways to season the food that I like in a healthy way, of course, not adding a bunch of butter, but finding ways that I can prepare my food in ways that's gonna make it like, ooh, I'm
Hmm.
craving this. I'm craving my lemon pepper chicken.
Hmm.
And I know how to make it in a way that
And
I like
and it
that's
gets to a
healthy.
point where that's fun. Like you're like, oh man, I can't wait to think of the next thing that I want to do. Like, oh, I want to go get
Yeah.
a sugar-free mesquite marinade or whatever,
Mhm.
and throw that on my ribeye that I'm gonna
Mm.
have.
And it comes from having the confidence to know my way around a kitchen and how to cook certain things. And nobody ever taught me how to cook. I never taught myself how to cook. So now I know I'm late to the game, and it's like embarrassing to admit that, but it's like I'm trying here. So I at least appreciate your guidance yesterday when it came to like, okay, yeah, the chicken's done, all right. And it came out really good.
Hmm.
I basically did everything other than you prep the veggies, and you told me when the chicken was like, okay, yeah, that's about 10, because you just have that you have that barbecue knowledge that you just kind of know something. You get that like
Well, no, it's just that cooking knowledge. You just know when something's done. When it doesn't look pink, that
well,
means it's done.
there's some people who will, no matter what they do, will always overcook their food.
Yes. Yes.
Like they could know how to cook, they're whatever, like nobody's ever gotten sick,
No,
but
I
they
definitely.
always
I
like
mean, I definitely do have it down to a science, but that's because I've been cooking for myself for so long. I mean,
yeah.
I think I was 12 years old the first time my dad let me man the barbecue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's plenty of people who say they know how to barbecue, but they just burn everything. So there's one thing to know how to like barbecue and cook, and there's another thing to know how to do it well.
Hmm.
To cook it properly without burning it, without overcooking it, without undercooking it. It's just like that sweet spot. And you have that knowledge that I don't have, and I'm like scared of fucking it up.
Well,
So
I mean, I'm not saying that I was always perfect that way. I mean, I did burn a lot. I did do a lot of meats that were overdone and everything. I did,
mhm,
fucking carne asada that tasted like cardboard and shit. Like I've
yeah,
done those things, but the point is that you have to do those things.
yeah, trial and error.
Yeah, you definitely have to do those things
And
because that's how you learn. You learn
yeah,
from making mistakes. Nobody's going to ever get it right
and
all the time.
it comes back to my personal feeling of not wanting to fuck up, not wanting to struggle while I'm working out, not wanting to burn the food I just bought, not wanting to suck at something. And it's you told me today and everything. It's like you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, and it's like in reality, I know that, but there's that like inner saboteur that says like, oh, you're gonna fuck it up, so don't even try. Like you're gonna struggle, so what's the point?
Well, that person is wrong. Because everyone
Right.
has to try. Everyone has to try. They
Yeah.
all have to do it and everything. And
I acknowledge that. I'm working on it. I guess I appreciate you having the patience to, guide me a little bit when it came to cooking certain things, so I can kind of get the confidence to try to cook more things. And the same with working out and like just the little things. I need some guidance, but I appreciate it because I need it.
well, you're welcome. It's coming up on my bedtime.
Oh yeah, old man.
Yep. I'm sorry. I have a life. I have a job. I have work. I got all the shit that I need to do.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I am dieting and working out. All right. So
Yes.
I am you know what? I'm doing it.
Okay.
All right. I'm
All
doing
right.
it.
I'm
If I
proud
want
of
to
you.
call it quits, I'm gonna fucking call it quits.
I just laugh. It's like people think it's like 11 o'clock, it's midnight. It's 9:30.
You know what? It's midnight at fucking Eastern time where D Rotten is. Okay.
There you go.
So it's late to him. It's late to me.
There you go. You guys are just simpatico. You guys are just on the same wavelength.
But yep, that'll be it for tonight, guys. But I'm very proud of you for the workout that you did today and the fact that you are cooking for yourself and all of that. And of course, anytime you do need help, I'll always be there to help you. I'm never doing anything for you though. I won't do it for you, but I'll be there to help you and to give you a guiding hand whenever you can,
I appreciate it.
or whenever I can, I should say.
I appreciate
But
it.
but yeah, do you want to plug anything?
Except your butt.
Alright. Okay.
Nope. I'm good. I don't really. I'm not even on. We talked about I'm on TikTok all the time, so I don't post anything on Instagram anymore. So, follow Ratt Talk. Follow whatever we're feeling podcast too. You guys just made an Instagram.
Yes. So if you go to Instagram, whatever we feel in radio is in full force now. It was just a small little subcategory of what Famcast Media was, but it's taken its life on its own. We've been consistent with it for every single week, the last 18 weeks, except for one. So we did miss 1 week, but we hope that it'll never happen again. That's the podcast I do with my buddy D Rotten, talking about current events and it's a radio
Whatever
station,
you're
and then
feeling.
whatever we're feeling like playing on the show. Yeah, definitely check those episodes out, man.
Yep. Love it. Love you. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Thank you. We're gonna take it out on a song by the Blacklight Odyssey. This is a song recommended by Nini. This is her friend's band, and
Ooh.
they just released their new EP. And this is a song called "The System" off of their EP, "The System." And thanks, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you all next time.
Bye.
Your body belongs to the system. The system. System. Your mind belongs to the